Please watch until they end.
Come on, Inyasa. Where you go outside and tell me? Deliver from Castle Road.
Please. Oi, reader.
Machine, call the machine.
You know who you chat to. You know yourself who you chat to. Because I want to fucking move for a fucking thing now. Why people can't run off your fucking business? Yeah, you chat to me. You chat to all my people. This is for my supermarket. Come on. Please. I said didn't sell you nothing, so you have to go come out, yeah? You have to go buy 1 2 beds, so go wash your fucking mouth, you think?
Candy. You know what you are there, you know.
Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source, news and entertainment with a buzz. The video that you just saw has been circulating all over social media. Don't know how new it is, but this is the first time that I am seeing it. And I feel as if it is my duty to speak about it. First thing first, my disclaimer. Don't know the circumstances that led to the argument that was started. But based on what I saw is disrespect. If this was reverse, meaning a Jamaican set up shop, supermarket, wholesale in a China, first thing first, he could not have acted like that. He could not have disrespected a national from that place like that. The people that were there, customers, co-workers, they would not allow that. They would not stand for that. More than likely, you was going to be ended up in a jail, getting a royal beating, A to Z, you would have probably gotten it, and rightfully so, in most cases, regardless if you were wrong or right. You do not go to people's place and disrespect the national. I understand that if people disrespect you, you have the rights to defend yourself, defend your business, defend everything that happened. If that person came in, was stealing, was being disrespectful, was being obnoxious, yes, they could have asked him to leave, but not in the fashion in which he was asked to leave. And what was even worse, a whole bunch of Jamaicans were there. Like I said, this is definitely Jamaica. And they did not see anything wrong. They did not defend this man. If anything, more than likely, they would have defended Mr. Pickapow and his wife. More than likely, there was some sorts of security that was there just in case something pop off. That man would have been fling out of the people establishments. The way that they spoke to this man, don't talk to him. The way that they told the man he need a toothbrush to brush him teeth because him stink. People, me never did it. Me don't know if the man stink or not. But what I found very stink is the way that they spoke to this man. It is very disrespectful, regardless of the circumstance, me just said. Had it been reversed, it would have been reversed, B-E-A-T, down, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, you've often hear people say that Jamaica is like a Netflix series. Well, people, this is Halloween part 200. Jamaica uptown style in a place called Allardyce Road that is in St. Andrew. Where a 56-year-old landlord, his name is Roger Evans, lost his life last Thursday at about 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Based on information, it is said that Mr. Evans and the suspect, his tenant, had an altercation about 12:30 in the morning. That suspect waited until Mr. Evans went to bed. That was when He kicked off his door, rushed him with an iron, clot him up with an iron, and then a knife, kitchen utensil in the next hand. Juke him up a couple of times in the face and the neck and the upper body. He then commenced to put something around him neck, and you know the rest. Take him out. He acted as if he did not know anything or do anything. As a matter of fact, based on the information from the news, it is said that this man, the suspect, is a family member of a prominent, wealthy family in Jamaica. But it seems as if he has a mental issue, and this will prove it. Based on the information, it is said that later on that day, he decided that he was going to have a yard sale. The things that are going to be sold is the property of Mr. Evans, the man in which he had just taken out a couple of hours ago or before. While he was selling items in the yard, persons were very interested. They said, hold on a minute, you have some nice stuff. You don't have any sorts of bedroom, bedded, mattress, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. It is said that some persons went in the house. One person became very curious, went in the house to check out that bedroom set. When he went in the bedroom, he saw what looks to be a body, all sorts of red run out, wrapping on one of the sheets off of the beds. That was when that person took for himself, ran to the police station, scared as FUCK, made a report. The police then went back to the house, arrested the suspect, name not given, uptown family member. So when the police went to the house, that was when they discovered the body of Mr. Evans, stiff stone cold, all sorts of injuries to the face, licking her head with iron a couple of times, joke up in her face, neck and chest, and then something wrapped around his neck, tightly tucked around his neck. And then the man decided that after this, he was not going to dispose of the body. He was going to hold a yard sale with that man's property. And then somebody discovered the body, ran to the police. People, when you talk about Jamaica is a Netflix series, this is Halloween, Chucky, Part 2, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, there's a saying that goes something like this: numbers never lie, but it seems as if the news lie. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday evening, I got a report, and the report, like you see on the screen, it is said that over 500 million US dollar, equivalent about 70-something billion Jamaican dollars worth of cocoa was busted at an apartment at Charlton Court in a St. Andrew, that is off Constant Spring Road. I said to myself, it is not as if I was surprised. I know that because of its geographical location, Jamaica is a major drug hub for drugs that is coming from South America, whether it is Colombia, whether it is Peru, any one of those destinations, headed for United States, even headed for the European country. So I was not surprised based on what we see, based on the type of vehicles, based on the amount of infrastructure, building apartment complexes that we see going up on a daily basis. It is like little Dubai. Jamaica is like Dubai 1.0. However, the news yesterday evening, a couple of hours later, this is exactly what they said. That 500 million US dollar is now 500,000 US dollars, 800 million Jamaican dollars. Now, people like me say, it might have been a typing error. It might have been a counting error. They should have hired the count from Sesame Street to count the kilo, them count the birds, count the lock. Therefore, we would not have or be getting such a difference in the amount, the quantity, and everything. Everything is off, definitely. Whatever the case is, we can expect that the fact that they busted one individual, that person's name, he is 63-year-old Stan Patrick Constable, his name is. He was charged for all assaultments, trafficking, smuggling, possession, criminal property, you name it, from A to Z, them fling the whole book on him. Now, people, this is not the first drug bust, and had this been actually 500 million US dollar, 70 odd billion Jamaican dollars. It would be up there with the biggest drug bust, not only in Jamaica, probably America, probably Central America too. But surprisingly, that figure and quantity dropped significantly to a minute amount. And I said to myself, it does not matter. Had it been 500 million, had it been 78 billion, or the figure that they claim right now, 500,000, 80 million Jamaican dollars. The result is always going to be the same. When you look at the age of this man, 63-year-old. When you look at the recent past history of courts, the most that they probably are going to get is between 2 to probably 4 years maximum for smuggling that amount of quantity. Whether it is the first figure or the last figure, it does not matter. Had this been any place in any of those 50 plus states in America, that person would never see the light of day again. And what is even worse, what do you think happened to all of that cocoa that has been busted where nobody was caught in any sorts of international sting? The drugs just disappear. So whenever it goes to court, more than likely, that person is going to walk on a technicality. Technically speaking, the cocoa walk out of the safekeeping. People, Jamaica is a very tragic place. And this is yet an perfect example. Point blank and period.
Yeah, man. See the place I know, so no. See the place I know, so don't come back in here. Whatever we make here. Whatever we make here. Don't come back here. That's it. And we're going to you.
So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a video that you saw at the start of this. A man that is known to be plaguing the place in a Portmore, serial thief, them call him. The people them want him like the flowers need the rain. However, he has been avoiding getting caught. Broken a people place on a daily basis. Thief out everything. Anything him can get him hands on, that is what he is taking. One of those type of individuals that would take milk out of coffee. Anything him say, him thief and him take. The people wanted to take him out very, very badly. So the serial thief, them catch him eventually, police bust him in a Browning house, like you hear in the video or the voice in the video. That serial killer, they should have eaten him food. They should not. You do not give persons a second chance to make a first impression. Because if and when the system fumbles the ball, allows this man to be out on bail, he is not going to change his lifestyle because he is not skillfully, he is not going to be gainfully employed. This is in his blood, this is in his genetic makeup, this is in his MO to thief. And he was not going to thief until he got stopped. And when I say stop, they should have stopped his heartbeat immediately, right on the spot. Whole court, judge, jury, and most importantly, the executioner. So you hear the people them attack, yeah, him get some buffing and some cuffing and some pelting. Yes, them clot him up in the face based on the evidence of the soul in face, bust up mouth, bust up eye, everything. But that was not sufficient. That was like putting a band-aid on a gaping wound. Sometimes you have to make the punishment fit the crime. And this youth got away. DEAD, get away. Sad to say. Hopefully, the next time that them catch him, they will actually fix him. Because if we are dependent on the system to fix anybody, when them can't fix themselves. It is an exercise in futility. Point blank and period.
No, sir. This cannot be true or this cannot be real. Ta! Our good superstar athlete runner, Hussein, pull it. I want me here. Why me here? So the 2 pitney we have is not for him. What on them, man. 876 DNA lab. Please. You sure say the machine there are work right? You sure say them thing they were both tech is working right? I wonder if they mix it up with somebody else. Because no girl that out of them sounds so stupid and so fooling to give us a legend jacket picking. Nah, why?
And the research found that 30% of Nigerian men are fathering children that are theirs. Nigerian women rank second highest on paternity fraud in the whole world. And guess who ranks number one? Jamaican women. Jamaican women have a paternity fraud cuckoldry rate of 62%. You're more likely to get someone else's kid than your own. You're banging up a Jamaican girl. Oh boy.
So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that Jamaica is in the news again for all the wrong reasons. And this is based on a video that has been making its round on social media and an article in the newspaper. In the video that you saw before this, a man was giving you some scientific survey that was done in Africa where they said that at least 1/3 of the men or children born to men are jacket. That means that they are not the daddy. When the test came back, the DNA test, as it pertains to Jamaica, it is about double that. 60-something%, that means that at least 6 plus to 7 persons that are born in Jamaica is born to the wrong baby daddy. Now people, like you hear the man say, this is not even funny. Chances are, if you get a girlfriend in Jamaica, you get a baby, the chances are the baby is not going to belong to you. It is about a 30-something% chance that you are actually the father. So based on that video at the start and the article in the newspaper, if you look at the article in the newspaper, the structure of the person that they claim is an entertainer or big athlete, it kind of looks like Bolt, Usain Bolt. So they are probably trying to insinuate that it might be Bolt without taking any sort of responsibility and liability of getting lawsuit. Most persons are going to say to themselves, then hold on a minute, who could give Bolt any sort of jacket? People are say it might be a Safa. As to who the entertainer is, nobody really knows. But what we do know is the fact that is out there that Jamaica is amongst the most despicable when it comes to getting bun, when it comes to wearing jacket that don't fit. And like that special case said, if the jacket don't fit, then you must acquit. That means that you are not guilty of being the father of that child. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.